Hello and welcome to Into the Fog, where we delve into the infinite horror of the entity's realm in search of new additions to the unofficial horror Hall of Fame. Superheroes, in most realities, are nothing but a work of fiction. Tales of good prevailing over evil, of unimaginable feats. In one world, however, this is true, for the most part. Vought International being responsible for the creation of soups, empowered humans gifted with Compound V. Out of all of their creations, one stands out. Their main representative of the superhuman race and leader of the Seven, the Homelander. Having lived his early years as an experiment, he was mentally broken and conditioned into needing to be loved, a restriction put in place so that someone of that level of godlike power wouldn't just wipe everything off the face of the planet. Over time, masquerading as a righteous hero wore down, and he showed his true colors to the world. During a moment of rage and despair, the entity took him. Now, he can truly be himself in the trials. He can be the Homelander. The Homelander's power is laser vision. Hold down power to charge up laser vision. Releasing, you unleash 2 red beams of energy from your eyes for the duration you charged up for, up to a maximum of 4 seconds. Survivors hit by lasers build up in heat, which once reaching 100% heat, they lose a health state and reset their level of heat. Survivors who don't gain heat for a while begin to decay in their heat meter. Special state, meltdown. When using your power, and when becoming stunned or blinded, you gain rage. While a survivor is gaining heat, your rage gain decreases. Once enough rage is accumulated, you can activate meltdown for a limited time, decreasing the accuracy and range of laser vision, but makes them capable of causing more heat. The Homelander also increases their break action and movement speed. A multitude of add-ons allows the Homelander to alter their powers in numerous ways, applying stats effects to themselves and survivors, and tweaking the numbers a bit. The Homelander's first perk is Hex Juggernaut. You are capable of things normal men can only dream of. At the start of the trial, this hex lights on a dull totem. After injuring a survivor, this perk activates for 10 seconds. During walking through a dropped pallet or breakable wall, it instantaneously breaks and this perk deactivates, going on a 60, 50, or 40 second cooldown dependent on the perk's rarity. To you, there is no higher power, with the Homelander's second perk, Above All. During the struggle phase, the entity's claws are no longer summoned, and the entity progress is slowed by 14, 12, and 10% dependent on the perk's rarity. Once a survivor has reached the second hook stage, they can be killed by your hand. This then deactivates this perk for the rest of the trial. You keep up an act to maintain a veil of purity, with the Homelander's third and final perk, Restraint. Whenever you down a survivor outside with 32 meters of any other survivors, this perk activates. Upon hooking that survivor, their aura and notification bubble are hidden for 3, 4, or 5 seconds, dependent on the perk's rarity. If the survivor is picked up from the ground by another survivor before you hook them, this perk deactivates. This small glimpse into this world may seem bleak, but there are still people who are on the side of good and are against Homelander. One such individual was once a member of the Seven. Eventually realizing the truth of Vought, she sided with the Boys, an anti-soup team, and work against Homelander and Vaught's plans. She was taken by the entity during a fight that completely drained her of power. Waking up in a forest, after hearing someone's distressed cries for help, Annie January enters the trials to help those in need. You know, just because you're in a bad situation doesn't mean it's the end. With Annie's first perk, Pick Me Up. After unhooking a unique survivor, this perk activates. While active, you can revive yourself from the dying state 30, 40, or 50% faster, and can fully pick yourself up. Upon picking yourself up, this perk deactivates. Annie's second perk is Starlight. While not exhausted, you can perform the Starlight action, shining a flashlight beam from your hand without the need of holding a flashlight for up to 10 seconds. After blinding the killer this way, or running out of charge, you become exhausted for 60, 50, or 40 seconds, dependent on the perk's rarity. Being within 60 meters of a completed generator begins to recharge Starlight. Annie's third and final perk is Boon, Invigoration. Press and hold the active ability button on a dull or hex totem to bless it and create a Boon totem. Soft chimes ring out in a radius of 24 meters. All survivors benefit from the following effects when inside the Boon totem radius. Gain a repair speed bonus of 6, 8, or 10%, dependent on the perk's rarity, for every generator yet to be completed this trial. If a survivor is repairing inside, their aura is revealed to all survivors in the trial. Out of everyone in that universe, there is one man who is truly Homelander's nemesis. Tirelessly working after his life was destroyed to stop Vought and end Soups, he formed the Boys and was key in many of their crucial victories. After battling Homelander, he was taken by the entity and found himself somewhere new. Now, a new threat to all the killers the entity has hold of, Billy Butcher makes himself a name in the realm. You know how to push someone's buttons and handle their outbursts with Billy's first perk, Taunt. Performing the point action towards the killer while in chase activates Taunt for the next 14, 12, or 10 seconds, dependent on the perk's rarity. The killer gains an increased action speed and 3% haste bonus. You see their aura and they see your aura. If you lose a health state, this perk deactivates prematurely. After the perk expires naturally, you gain a 20% haste bonus and you see the killer's aura for 6 seconds. Using what you have got, you can gain an advantage over the battlefield. With Billy's second perk, Improvised Arsenal. After repairing generators for a total of 50, 45, or 40%, depending on the perk's rarity, Improvised Arsenal activates. Press the active ability button while hiding inside a locker to craft a smoke grenade. Improvised Arsenal deactivates after use. A smoke grenade can be dropped, which after a second explodes into a sphere of gas that blocks the killer's ability to see auras inside and hinders their vision. Smoke persists for 15 seconds. Billy's third and final perk is Fight Dirty. While injured, this perk activates. Anytime you stun the killer, they're stunned for 15, 20, or 25% longer, depending on the perk's rarity, and they receive a 20% hindered for 6 seconds. And with that, we conclude our visit into the fog this time. Do stay safe out there. These days you just don't know who to trust. I'll be seeing you next time. Goodbye.